4.4K shares share tweet. The Florida school shooting has brought out the best and worst of some people in America. Many people blamed the gun, as if an Arkansas 15 has legs and can walk around and shoot people on its own. The rest of the country's citizens, primarily those with more common sense and logical thinking skills, have blamed the shooter for his actions. A combination of mental health issues paired with a traumatic home life that included adoption, watching a parent pass away in real time, and a combination of the other problems was an instant recipe for a school shooter. Many people who blame the gun won't ever truly solve the problem or prevent another shooting from occurring. Those who dig deeper into the issue will hopefully come up with ideas that help prevent school shootings by providing mental health services to those who need them the most. All of this has sparked a full debate upon gun ownership, guns in general, and the topic of preventing school shootings. The National Rifle Association, NRA, was attacked by leftists and corporations, even though the NRA doesn't sell weapons and is only responsible for uniting people who wish to protect the Second Amendment. Students have walked out of class gleefully, using the tragedy in Parkland, Florida, as an excuse to cut class. Activists protest and hold events to ban or confiscate guns. And then there's this guy. He's the Wisconsin sheriff who wrote a Facebook post that identifies another problematic epidemic with the current generation that's sweeping the nation with incidents of bad behavior from children. He points the finger right at the problem, and some of you reading this might be offended when you realize that you could be part of the problem. Or you might already be part of the solution. Read his Facebook post and decide if you agree with it. His name is Sheriff Dale J. Schmidt, and this is what he had to say about the truth of school shootings. February Sheriff column. Following every mass killing, I ask myself, what has happened to our society? I also wonder. Posted by Sheriff Dale J. Schmidt on Wednesday, February 28, 2018. Western Journal contributed more to the story about Sheriff Schmidt's crucially important message. A Wisconsin sheriff sounded off on what he believes to be the root cause of mass shootings in the U.S. and called on parents to discipline their children more effectively. Dodge County Sheriff Dale Schmidt penned a Facebook post Thursday arguing that a major cause of mass shootings may be a radical culture shift that has occurred in the U.S. over the years, a culture shift caused by weak parenting. Following every mass killing, I ask myself, what has happened to our society? Schmidt wrote. I also wonder what the solution is to ensure our families do not become future victims. The Wisconsin sheriff pointed out how years ago, people would go to school and have hunting rifles in their vehicles, but mass violence in schools and other locations did not happen, as in society today. He added that there is a root cause fueling the drastic shift that has occurred over the years, and that there is no quick and easy solution to stop it. It's my belief that the root cause starts with our youth lacking basic skills including respect for authority figures like parents and teachers, the ability to cope with conflict, and the ability to handle rejection, Schmidt stated. Schmidt added that substance abuse and mental health problems are also a driving factor, but noted that it is imperative that we raise our children in a manner that instills respect for authority. According to Schmidt, every child needs to face disappointment at some point in his or her life in order to build character and develop a basic understanding of how to handle adversity. While no one wants their child to ever be disappointed or upset when they are young, they need to face conflict and disappointment and learn to resolve it appropriately under the guidance of adults, the sheriff wrote. He continued, When youth are not taught how to handle difficult situations, they must find their own way to cope, which without guidance may result in unhealthy or even dangerous future behavior. Sheriff Schmidt nailed it. Today's generation is being babied by weak parents who want to be friends with their children. They're coddling them, giving them rewards for everything, spoiling them, and entitling the children to think they can do whatever they want. This isn't true for all parents, but there's a staggeringly high number of parents who just don't know what they're doing, and they're mostly part of the reason their kids could turn out to be unsuccessful or probably become liberals. When children don't face defeat or challenges, then nothing pushes them to be better. When children don't have rules at home, then they won't act right at school. When parents give their kids everything and allow them to run the house, then their kids will probably end up in jail or worse, they'll become liberal arts majors begging for $15 an hour after they graduate from an expensive college with no real-world skills or knowledge. It's important for parents to be firm but fair and allow kids to learn how to be defeated, allow them to fail, and teach them to be resilient adolescents who grow up sharp and ready to go into the real world. Parents need to be firm, set the rules of the house, and teach their children to grow into responsible adults who make intelligent decisions with their life. When adults do this, then their children often turn out much better. Of course, some kids are still a pain in you know what, but that's just part of growing up, and they learn from their hardworking parents who remember to be their parent and not their friend.